Dear students, greetings and good wishes to you all. In these challenging times, pandemic situation, I'm thinking of you and hope that you and your loved ones, your family are safe and well with good health. Right now, your welfare is of utmost priority. Your well-being is very important. Please continue to stay in and stay safe. And every day, try to do exercise and meditation for minimum 20 to 30 minutes. I'm doing every day for more than 50 minutes. I'm spending my time to do the meditation and exercise. I request you to do that. With this, today in this lecture talk, I shall begin contributions of Edward Jenner to the field of microbiology. I request all the students to keep one notebook, pen to make important points in your notebook. Edward Jenner, who lived from 1749 to 1823, he was a English country physician who was credited with a discovery of safe and efficient method of immunization against smallpox. Edward Jenner in the year 1796 developed the first vaccine and used a vaccination procedure to protect individuals from smallpox. Here you can see Edward Jenner, who is injecting the cowpox to this 8-year-old boy. For many centuries, smallpox devastated mankind, and that was one of the greatest killers of that period, particularly among children during the Jenner period. Jenner was well known around the world for his innovative contribution to immunization, and the ultimate eradication of smallpox was possible because of him. Immunization means protection against the infection or defensive mechanism or fight against the infection. Okay, he observed that milkmaids who suffered the mild disease of cowpox never contracted smallpox. It means that time the cowpox which acted like a immunity to the smallpox. How that acted like a immunity we'll understand in the coming slides. In the year 1796, Edward Jenner carried out his famous experiment on 8-year-old boy by name James Phipps. Jenner inserted or inoculated pus taken from a cowpox pustule or pustule fluid and inserted it into an incision on the boy's arm. Okay, here pustule means that is with the pimple with pus. He observed that the what are the pustules were on the cow and pustules on the hands of the people who infected with the arms of the people who infected with the smallpox were similar. So to eradicate this smallpox, he took the pustule, that is pimple with the pus. He ruptured the pustule and he took the lesion of the pustule, and that was injected to this particular boy to check whether that is going to act like an immunization or not, or vaccination or not. Okay. So here injected into the boy's arm. Jenner subsequently proved that having been inoculated with cowpox pustule to that boy, Phipps was very immune to smallpox. That time he understood that cowpox pustules lesions or fluid acted like a immunity to the smallpox. That was the founding first step of vaccination process. Okay, Jenner developed the method of vaccination against smallpox virus. Vaccination deals with the introduction into human skin the cowpox causing virus that was known as vaccinia. Okay, that time they did not have any kind of injection tubes like that. Whatever the lesions was there, that used to put into the other's body through incision. Incision means cut on the skin, or maybe sometime they used to take through nasal also. Okay, that was they were actually practicing cowpox. Now coming to, I told you that here Edward Jenner used to introduce cowpox pustules to the boy, right? He did that one. Now let us go through what is this cowpox. Cowpox is a cattle disease that commonly appeared in the arm of pustules on the tets. Okay, similar pustules or lesions sometimes developed on the hands of milkmen who handled infected cows for milking. Okay, this was the proof for him. He just observed that the pustules which were present on the cow in the udder region, and the pustules were present on the arms of the person who infected with the smallpox were looking similar. Okay, further, these cowpox lesions were very much similar to those of smallpox, but they were localized and caused mild symptoms of disease without any complications. Okay. Additionally, cowpox was not communicate from one person to another. Another common observation what Jenner made that by the local people was that a person who once contracted cowpox will be totally immune from smallpox, and somehow the cowpox lesion provided protection against smallpox during that particular period of time. And this particular vaccination protection against the infection of the specifically to the smallpox was first observed by Edward Jenner. It means they got to know that the person who already got infected with the cowpox, that person was not contracting with the smallpox. Okay, that he understood. Further, you can see here you can see the Edward Jenner. Okay, these were the pustules on the cow. Okay, and these are the pustules on the face of the human. This is smallpox and this is the cowpox. How come he come to know? He heard that one milkmaid lady who said that I got cowpox. After getting cowpox, I never contracted with the smallpox. He got to know that there are some science reason behind this. The people who contracted cowpox are not getting the smallpox. So he thought that let us take the pimple with the pus pustules lesion and let inject that one to the other person. Okay, so he observed that in the TETS region, whatever the pustules were there, that particular pustules lesion he was taking by bursting that particular pustules. Okay, here you can make out. In the beginning, Edward Jenner took the material from the cowpox pustule, okay, and that was inoculated to the village boy susceptible to the smallpox, and he observed that particular boy for 2 months, and the child recovers from cowpox. To check again whether he was able to contract with the smallpox or not, he deliberately inoculated with the smallpox, and the child does not develop any smallpox. Okay, it means here the clinical trial was done on the human being. This should not be done, and during that time also there were so many questions arise that how can he use human being as an experimental animal to check whether that particular cowpox is going to act like a vaccination or not. Even some people ask that whether it is a crime or not. But this particular smallpox totally devastated during that time the humankind, and especially children life. Okay, many were losing their life. That's why he did on the human, and ultimately he was very successful that cowpox acted like a vaccination against the smallpox. Now let us go through the history behind the Edward Jenner. How did he coin this vaccination? As a teenager, while learning to be a physician, he heard a young farm girl. Okay, that girl name was Sarah Neelams. Okay, who is to handle the cow. Okay, and she handled that time infected cow with the cowpox. Okay, girl told the doctor that she could not contract smallpox because she had once had a cowpox, okay, with a very mild disease. He observed this particular situation, okay, and come to the conclusion that the person who got infected with the cowpox are not getting the smallpox. It means cowpox lesions or cowpox infection is giving protection against the infection or immunity against the smallpox. This started him thinking about a vaccine. Okay, after years of experimenting, on May 14, 1796, Edward Jenner carried out a famous experiment on a healthy 8-year-old boy by name James Phipps with cowpox. Okay, he took material from a burst pustule on the arm of Sarah Neelums, who had apparently contracted cowpox. He then deliberately exposed the boy to the virulent variola virus. 2 months later, he found that the child was totally protected from the smallpox, showing only a mild inflammation around the site where the variola was injected. Variola means whatever the chemical substances he took from the Sarah Neelam's hand of the pustule lesion, no, that was injected to the boy through incision. Incision means cuts made on the skin. Nowadays we have a injection tube. That time they were not having, so they used to take the pustules and they used to make cut on the human skin, arms, and they used to inject that particular chemicals, and that process was known as variolation. And some record shows that in the year 1789, he had already experimented vaccination on his own son, then aged 1.5 year, okay, with the swine pox, followed by conventional smallpox inoculation. And even people asked him that whether it is a crime or not, because human being cannot be used as an experimental animal, right? So this is a little bit history about the Edward Jenner. Now let us go through here further. Edward Jenner, that overview, his work, he published all his studies in so many journals about immunization of human against smallpox. He also observed that individuals routinely exposed to cows often develop pustules on their hands and arms similar to pustules of smallpox. Infection of cowpox was not fatal. Fatal means that is the death. So the what are the cowpox infection people used to get, no, that never caused any death. And cowpox infected ones were resistant to smallpox. Jenner inoculated an 8-year-old boy with material from infected cowpox pustule on the hand of a milkmaid pustule, which were developed at the site of infection. But quickly that boy recovered during that time. Okay, and to give that particular what dosage of that cowpox, it was really a challenge dose from active case of smallpox was given, and any symptoms was not observed in that boy. And this was the first report of immunization in the field of microbiology. Okay, as you can see here, this is the smallpox. Okay, the person who infected with the smallpox, the appearance will be like this. And here you can see the Edward Jenner, the man who found a vaccine for smallpox in the year 1796 and injected to an 8-year-old boy. Here you can see Louis Pasteur, who was a microbiologist who found a vaccine for rabies and anthrax and developed the pasteurization process in the year 1865. Okay, let me conclude here about Edward Jenner. In the year 1798, Edward Jenner noticed immunity bestowed to milkmaids, injected fluid from cowpox blister into skin of patient like orphans or prisoners. Okay, during that time, whatever the medicine was there, directly they were not giving to the royal people. Okay, first they were checked with the patients of the lower level like orphans and prisoners, and that was given to the higher people. Okay, whereas here blister means a small bubble on the skin filled with serum and caused friction, burning or other damage. Okay, in the year 1989, WHO, that is World Health Organization, announced smallpox was totally eradicated from the world. The word vaccine was created by Edward Jenner Okay, this particular word comes from the Latin word that is vacca. Vacca meaning cow. Okay, a virus that mainly affects cows, that is by causing cowpox, and that was used in the first scientific demonstration of as protection against the infection or immunity. So, for the first time, Edward Jenner understood the concept of immunization or protection against the infection or fighting against the any infection or disease was coined through cowpox. So that process was called vaccination because in Latin, vacca means cow. So, from the cowpox, he got to know about the smallpox immunization process. So, that process was called vaccination. Okay. The technique to protect against smallpox during that time was spread quickly in the Europe. Okay, and later Edward Jenner honored as father of immunology during that time. But nowadays we are going to call father of immunology as Louis Pasteur. Even some of the books you can see Robert Koch as a father of immunology. But this particular vaccination process was not applied to other diseases for nearly 100 years due to the lack of knowledge and disease targets. Okay, I hope you understood about the uh, Edward Jenner contributions to the field of microbiology. Okay, so this is all about Edward Jenner. I, Dr. Pratibha K. is signing off for the day. Stay tuned with me. I'll be back with some more videos. Next class, I shall begin with contributions of Louis Pasteur. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Stay safe, stay home.